I absolutely cannot believe it. We are in the final stretch of 2024. Now it's December, and with a lot of uncertainty last month, we had the presidential election, we had rates kind of doing its thing, and we have holidays kicking into final gear. But now it's the last month of the year. People are finally getting some break time, spending time with their family. So we are entering the slowest month typically in all of real estate for the entire year. Hi YouTube, I'm Kareem, a licensed realtor with Gerlach Homes. Now on this YouTube channel, I post a lot of different things. I post market updates, community tours, property tours, pretty much anything related to Denver, Colorado real estate. So if you are thinking about buying, you're thinking about selling at any point in the next month, 2 months, 3 months, year, 2 years, it does not matter. You can never start too early. You can reach out in any way you see fit. All of my contact info is down in the description. So let's talk interest rates. Last month, we saw interest rates hit a peak of about 7.08% in the middle of November, and since then they have been on a steady decline. So at the time of recording, which is December 4th of 2024, we are looking at about 6.84% on mortgage rates. So if we compare the peak last month, middle of November, at 7.08% to 6.84 on a $500,000 house, for example, your monthly payment will go from $36.20 to about $35.55, which will save you about $65 a month every single month throughout the entire loan. Now, this is not a huge jump. You're not going to be saving hundreds of dollars every single month. You're not going to be saving thousands of dollars a year based on 7.08 to 6.84, but do know that it is a decent change, and it is good to see that rates are finally trending in a downward direction. So now that we know what the rates are looking like, and we know that they are actively trending in the right direction to propel us into a really good 2025, let's talk about what's actively going in the real estate market, what was going on last month. Let's look at these market stats so you can make an educated decision on whether or not you want to buy or sell now, wait until next year, just kind of get the full picture. So month over month, we saw medium home prices in Denver drop down to about $583,000. It is down from the month of October to 2.83%. About 2,900 homes hit the market, which is a 43% decrease compared to last month. Now, last month, we had about 5,100 homes hit the market. Now, both active and pending listings are down 17 and 10% respectively. Closed listings were also down 14% month over month. And to wrap this all up, our months of inventory shot down from 3.2 months of inventory last month to about 2.6 months of inventory, which is what we were looking like at about May of earlier this year. So what does this all mean? To dumb this all down, this is the final slowdown that we see every single year in real estate because it's holiday season. And we can use this data to make really good educated decisions, whether you're a buyer, whether you're a seller. Now let's talk about what buyers should be doing if you want to buy in this market or if you want to buy early next year. Now, if you want to buy yourself, you want to buy your family a house right before Christmas, you probably already missed your mark. I'm sorry to say it. It typically takes about 30 days to close on a house. So even if you miraculously went under contract in the next 5 seconds, you'd probably be looking at an early January closing. If you wanted a house in 2025, you know that you're not going to get something closed up by the end of this year. Then what you should do is you should get in contact with the real estate agent and get in contact with your lender, or if you don't have a lender, most real estate agents have a lender. Now, it's a good time to start looking now because we still do have quite a bit of inventory. 2.6 months of inventory is a lot. You know, we are looking at times where we had 1.5 months of inventory, 2 months of inventory, so there's still a lot of options. So who knows, maybe you start looking before Christmas, you find something that you really like, you get good terms, and then it just closes up next year. Now, why look now compared to next year, maybe springtime? Now, I've been pretty much saying this for the past few months, is the winter market is the best time for buyers to go and look for a house. And the reason is because not a lot of people want to buy in the winter time. You want to buy when it's snowing outside. You don't want to buy during the holiday season. You don't want to have to move stuff, move Christmas presents, all of this. It gets to be a hassle. And this means that a lot of homes are going to sit on the market a little bit longer. And when homes sit on the market a little bit longer, you get better terms. You can get concessions. You can get them to repair more things. You can get a lot of negotiation room with these sellers, which we are not going to be able to do when we flip it over to next year when we start reaching a better seller's market in the springtime. Not that this is my best advice, because I do think you should have as much money as possible saved up, but I'm helping people buy houses that have $2,000, $3,000 to their name, closing on $400,000 to $500,000 houses, which is not something that I am positive I can do when we flip back to next year. Now think of this video, think of this talk as your final wake-up call. Right now, it is Black Friday for shopping for houses. We had all the Amazon deals, we had all the Black Friday shopping, but it is still Black Friday shopping for houses, getting good terms, getting your closing costs covered. Now, if this all sounds made up, I want you to know this is all data driven. This is me pulling historical statistics. Now, last year in December of 2023, home prices were at about $550,000 as a median price. And when it flipped to January, just a month later after the New Year's, home prices already ticked up to $565,000. And this isn't just last year, this happens year after year after year. I'm gonna throw a graph on the screen, and every single time you see those big dips followed by a huge uptick, that is typically December going into January of the next year. Which means, drum roll please, that if you are a seller, my best advice to you is you just wait out this last month. Enjoy the holiday season. Enjoy the last few months in your home. If you're wanting to upsize, downsize, it does not matter. But if you are wanting to sell your home, just wait until next year. Let those prices uptick. Let the buyer demand uptick. And let's get you some more money. Now, it could genuinely be as soon as the first week of January you want to list. It would just be a much better time than listing, especially towards the end of December, which is probably when you're watching this video. Now, more optimally, if you do want to list, you wait until springtime of next year. It gives you a little bit of time to do some home improvements, make sure everything is looking nice and tight so they are ready to list. But when you do list, springtime is kind of regarded as real estate's hot season. It's when kids are out of school, it's when families are ready to start looking at houses, the weather's warming up a little bit, and so this is one of the best times to list your home and get the most amount of money. And on the flip side, there's a lot more homes hitting the market, so you'll also have a good time trying to find a replacement home. Now, what you should do with this little lull time before you want to list next year is you can use this time to get in contact with your agent, whether it's me, whether it's someone you already know and trust, and just ask them what home improvements you might want to do to your home. Is it paint and carpet? Do you need to do a bathroom remodel, a kitchen remodel? What gives you the best bang for your buck so that you can do all of these home improvements so that you are ready for next year? Well, that's going to be it for this video. A very quick December of 2024 market update. Just know, to summarize, that the real estate market's taking its final slowdown before we finally uptick to January of 2025. Now, if you are thinking about buying or selling at any point in the next year, you don't know where to start, you have a lot of questions, anything like that, all of my contact info is down in the description, and you can reach out in whichever way you see fit, and we can set up some one-on-one time to go over exactly what you might want to start doing, whether it's now, whether it's the future, whether it's 5 years, it does not matter. Now, I'm Kareem Howard with Girl Like Homes, and I will see you guys in my next video.